Welcome back to Rowdy with the Boys, YouTube's cutest best buds. I'm Trenton,
I'm Julian.
and we review music and movies,
Yeah, we do.
as well as
Anime.
today we're going to talk about It. You already know what it's about, and if by some miracle you don't, let me tell you. It is a film adaptation based off Stephen King's novel, It, and the miniseries, It. It tells the story of 7 kids who are haunted by a demonic clown, none other than Pennywise. He preys on their deepest fears, and he picks them off one by one.
Ruthless.
Now, before we start making comparisons between this film and the novel and the miniseries, we want to just talk about this film just as the film itself. Does it hold up on its own?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
I was constantly surprised at just how good this film really was. You know, with all the trailers and stuff, it didn't really show much of Pennywise at all, so I didn't really know what to expect from Bill Skarsgård. I think I'm saying his name right.
Yeah.
And with all the trailers and stuff that were coming out, we were both pretty excited as well as skeptical. But I will say that the wait was worth it. It paid off. So let's talk about the direction. This movie to me felt very old school, despite the constant use of CGI, and that's obviously filmed in 2017. It still felt very old school, and I think that's mainly due to the score and the direction, the camera work and everything. It felt very old school.
Despite the use of CGI, which I'm very skeptical these days, great job. I mean, not too many times that I can really recall the use of CGI, but each time was really spot on. Good execution.
As a whole, though, I felt like the direction and the cinematography and the score, all of it came together really well. Now, let's talk about the casting, because myself, him, and it seemed like a lot of fans were worried and also curious about the casting. Because, like I said before, the trailer never really showed much of Pennywise. We didn't really hear him talk that much, and we didn't really get to see much of him at all. But I will say that Bill Skarsgård was amazing.
And really, what makes you skeptical about wondering if it's going to be good or not is just because, like, you know, and this is if you've seen the movie, the older miniseries. It's just like you're so familiar with that, and you know, it was just so good. So you're just so curious on how could they top that? How could they make that better?
Yeah. What was the original actor's name?
Tim Curry.
Yeah, Tim Curry.
Which, oh my God, he was great. But I mean, that, you know, and that made me think like maybe Bill Skarsgård won't be that great as Pennywise the Clown, even despite the fact that he is a great actor.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah, so good. From his mannerisms to the way he spoke, everything. Him in that suit, it looked so good, and it looked like he was having a lot of fun just playing the character.
The body language he gave was just so fucking top notch.
Yeah.
Like, that's what sold me, was his body language as Pennywise the Clown. That and the excessive fucking drool coming out of his mouth, which was like, okay, man, you got some fucking...
Yeah, he really went for it.
Yeah.
And I think it paid off.
Oh, yeah. Now, as far as the kid actors go, really, that's always like a very skeptical part of a movie for me. You usually either have a shitty kid actor, sorry to say kids, but you know, it happens, or you have kids with raw talent, or kids who are actually professional actors. Now, in this case, we had raw talent and professional actors as kids, and they were all great.
Yeah, I totally believed every second of their friendship. It didn't feel like I was watching a group of kids trying to be kids. It felt like I was watching people who had been friends for so long. All their dialogue felt really natural, and they were funny. They were really likable. And also, I love that the only real character development we get is based out of their fears. That's what we learn about them, is their fears, because that's what Pennywise preys on. So whenever he comes after them, the form that he takes is of things that they would be afraid of, because that's what he preys on. That's what brings him out. The only thing we really learn about one of the characters aside from their fears is that one of them has a great obsession with New Kids on the Block. Spoiler. Which is really, really funny.
I mean, and if you even really consider that a spoiler, because Who doesn't like New Kids on the Block? I mean, come on.
So, on its own, pretending that the miniseries doesn't exist with Tim Curry, pretending that the book doesn't exist just as a film on its own, it's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, like, as soon as I got out of the theater, I got back home and I was like, where's my cash at? I need to go see it again. You know, I'm sad to say that I can only give this movie a 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I wish I had more thumbs, but yeah. Being that I only have two, definitely.
My nipples were up for this. My nipples will count as 2 more thumbs.
Everything about this movie makes me half hard.
Ready to go see it again. You need somebody to fucking ride along with you? You want to go catch a glimpse of that movie? Hit me up.
Send me an invite. Send us an invite.
Me first, though. Alright, guys, that was our spoiler-free review of the new adaptation for Stephen King's It. Be sure to go see that in movies. If you're not, you're making a big mistake. I'm telling you. Borrow some money from your mom, borrow some money from your dad, even your grandpa.
See it.
Go see that shit. Alright, guys, and like always, if you got something else you want us to review, leave it in the comments below. Share this video with your friends. Make sure you hit that like button. Really helps out. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to get rowdy with the boys.